Hello everyone, and welcome to my plan with me for the Hobonichi Cousin. First, I'm going to start out by highlighting my daughter's days off, that she is off from daycare. The daycare is closed, so I want to make sure that I have all that recorded. For this, I went ahead and covered it with washi tape at the top. I did it on both sheets, covered it all the way through the entire month or the entire year, and I decided to go ahead and use this as a tracker. So I put in daily routine, me time, journaling, and Bible journaling. I'm going to try to track this. It actually has 12 boxes all the way across, so you could track this for the entire year in this one section. For the month of December, I went ahead and backfilled some of the dates and things that had happened. Christmas week was a very rough week for us. We had a pipe that went out, we had the heater go out, we had a pipe come loose in the yard and it flooded our backyard. So I'm just kind of going back in and adding some of that content in at this point. So just filling in a few more details. I wanted to point out why I have these dots. So on all of these dots, I use color-coded system, and this is the Fly Lady system. So I have zone 1, zone 2, zone 3, zone 4, and zone 5. And then every week that changes. So I have gone into the back. There's 6 pages in the back of the Hobonichi Cousin, and I have added in my detailed cleaning list to the back of this. And that is where all of that content will be housed. And then we'll get into some more cleaning a little bit later when I show you my week setup in this planner as well. I'm just adding a few more things. We did end up going to a movie on Friday night. We saw Aquaman, so I'm just adding that into my calendar for reference later and making sure that I have that there. The movie night sticker that I used came from the Mom Create 365 stickers, and I really like these stickers. There's a mini version of Super Mom, and then there's a regular version, and here's the mini version of Super Mom, and I really like it. Here's the regular version. They're cheap, you know, if you get them on sale, and there's a lot of stickers in there, so I can use them for a lot of different things. I'm going through here just to add a few stickers into my monthly setup, things that we have planned. We don't really have a lot of things planned. I wanted to make sure to remind myself to pay bills when I get paid, and then I'm going back in as well and adding another sticker back into December. So I'm doing a little bit of back planning here for December. So I'm just looking through my stickers and making sure that I have everything that I want to have for my setup for the month. And as you can see, I still have my dots on here, so that tells me when I need to change zones and cleaning zones. And then I'm penciling in when my daughter goes to her grandmother's to my mom's, right, her grandma's for the next 3 months. She goes the 3rd weekend of every month. So I've got that done. And then now we're going to move on to the weeks. I ended up setting this up off camera, so I'm just kind of showing you now. These stickers that I ended up using, I made. So the stickers that I made, I used the Recollections and Removable Multi-Use Labels from Avery. And I just took some VersaFine ink and I stamped all the icons that I wanted. These Recollections stamp sets are really cheap, especially when you use a 40% off coupon. You can also find them on sale a lot of times. And I love these little icons. It's just so easy, and to me it's very clean. I don't have to write it out. I also have some other stamps from L2E, and this one set is called Iconic. It's a really nice set because it's a lot of just icons, you know, books and TV and just you name it, it's in here. So it's really nice to just have these. Again, I'll stamp them on the Avery stickers and then use those. I also like the Avery stickers because they're removable, so if I change my mind, I can just, you know, take them off the paper and I can move them. The washi tape for the movie is, again, it's just washi tape. So I just cut it and stuck it on there. For my weekly setup, I don't want to write down my chores, the things that I want to do every day, because then that would take up the entire weekly view. So I decided just to put them all on the first page. I load the clothes, unload the dishwasher, move the clothes, vacuum the living room. Zone 1, those chores are in the back. Hang up the clothes, and then do the dishes, wipe down the tables, high chairs, and then sweep the kitchen. And then for Annabelle, I'll pick up her toys, and then I get her daycare bag ready. And then for me, the journaling at the end of the night. and I also have getting my coffee ready for the next day. And then my husband has an appointment every Tuesday with what I call his buddies, right? So I use stickers for that. So I use a Recollections 4x6 photo album, and I just put all of my stickers in here. I really like this. It's just easy to flip through. I can go through and decide what stickers I want to use. Most of these stickers are actually from the Dollar Tree. And I just stuck them in here, and I can just flip through them. And if we have a busy day, I can use a little busy bee, and something for Annabelle's daycare or school, I can use an apple. And it's just cute little icons that help me, just quickly see without having to read a lot of information. So that is some of the stickers. I'll get into some of the other stickers that I use as well here in a little bit. But again, I try to like to keep it simple. And so for decorations, I like to use washi tape. This is just a cupcake washi tape that I cut a cupcake out for my mom's birthday this weekend. And these are Stencils Beauty by Scarlet. And I ordered these. I have 3. I ordered her major pack. So that way it does the weeks, and then it does the regular daily planning stuff as well. And then I just add a drop shadow to it and go in with a Micron pen and give it a little shadow. I like it. It's not a lot of color, so for those of you who like color, this may not be your thing, but I like that it's just kind of simple and easy to see. So again, I forgot that they were going to go ahead and meet on the 1st. And so I'm going back through and finding my appointment and putting that in for the time, and then adding his little buddy sticker again. So I didn't really think that they would meet, but they are going to go ahead and meet. Since I didn't get this recorded on camera the first time, I'm going to go ahead and show you how I do it. So again, I'm just going to use the stencils, and I try to block out not so much the time per se, a little bit of the time, but mainly just what I want to do in a daily basis. And again, I'm not putting this on every day. I'm just putting major appointments. And I just go ahead and use the Hobonichi pen. I really like this pen, and I also bought another one that is a 0.38, and I really like that as well. So I'm just going through here and creating my little boxes for the different things that I want to accomplish every single day as far as my cleaning routine goes. And then I will go in and also fill in the rest with her baths. If you're anything like me, and every day can just get away from you, so I'm going through and also adding bath stickers to remind myself that every other day she needs a bath. And so that changes from week to week, of course, because it's every other day. She's actually a really clean kid, so I don't really have to worry a lot about that. I'm using a Micron pen here to do the drop shadow, and it's clean, it's simple, it's easy to do. Here are those stickers that I made, and I'm going to cut out around them because the Avery stickers that I used were a little bit bigger. There's some smaller ones, like these are on smaller ones, and I need to buy some of those instead of the bigger ones, but it was what I had on hand, so I went ahead and used it. So I'm just adding all of these, and I didn't have a vacuum, so I'm just using the sweep as my vacuum as well, and then my zone, what zone I need to do that week. And I can come back if you're interested and show you how the weeks ended up looking as far as if I added anything else or any other detail. But for me, I'm pretty simple and functional, I guess you would call it, as far as what I put into this weekly spread. I don't want it to get cluttered. You'll see in my actual Hobonichi Weeks, I have that video as well posted, and a plan with me in addition to that. That's where the majority of the one-off details kind of goes, and I'll get into a little bit more of that later. But I do like that I can keep this one simple and just kind of, remind myself of what I need to get done without really going into a lot of detail and cluttering it up, or for me, because my handwriting's not great, not being able to read what I wrote. So now I'm just adding in the bath icons. Again, it's every other day, and then I'm going to color these. I'm going to go ahead and color these off camera, I think, before I do this again. I just, got all my stickers, stamped and everything. But going forward, I will just have these already colored because I'm pretty much going to stick to the same colors. So for these colors, I use the Tombow Pastel set. I started out with a light yellow and then I went back in with a little darker yellow and colored his wing. And for the other things, I didn't color much. I did end up coming back in and coloring the toys and her diaper bag. And I used two different pinks for that out of this set as well. So one light and one a little dark. So the toys is just to remind me to pick up her toys, and then her diaper bag, making sure that I get that ready for the evening prior to. That's a little, different this week, but going forward, it will make a difference in the week that I'm actually doing it in. And then here are the colors that I used. Now I'm going to go find the appointment sticker for his appointment on Tuesday, along with the buddy sticker for the Minions for his meeting. Again, they meet every Tuesday, and then I also have a meeting every Sunday, so I put that in as well. For that, I actually boxed that out. Then I like to do some grocery shopping as well on Friday if I can, so that way I can cook and get everything ready for the week. So here's again just the little box, and then using the large Micron to fill that in. And then I use a couple stickers. So I have a me time sticker, and then I have a coffee sticker, and I just put that on here. And those are from the mom set of the Create 365 stickers. So it's just a little, reminder to myself as well to get in some me time, and whether that's planning or reading or whatever the case is. And I did end up cooking, so I went back and added that sticker in there because I got 3 meals ready. So now I'm going to do something a little different for my January page. I'm going to draw in a sun. My intention was to actually draw in a sun and a moon, but after I got done, I just decided to keep the sun. So I'm just drawing in the sun, and then what I'm going to do is, instead of coloring over this, I'm actually going to take washi tape and go back over it and then cut the washi tape out around what I have drawn. So you'll see that here in just a moment. So again, I'm just drawing in a little sun with some trails. I just wanted to start the year fresh and bright, and that is why I chose a sun. And then it's a rough draft. I'm not the greatest artist, so it is what it is. And I started out with, again, just washi tape over it. So the way I have my washi tape is the same way I have my stickers. I go in and I put them all into a 4x6, and I have them wrapped around this board. And this board that I have them all on is actually from the Dollar Tree, and it is their cutting board. And so I just cut it to size, and then I wrap all my washi tape around it, and then that way all I have to do is flip through the book to see all the washi tape that I have. And it works out really well. It is kind of bulky, but it stays here because I have mini cards that I use, ATC size cards that I use for travel, and then these just stay at home because they're 4x6. So then again, I just go through and use the X-Acto knife and cut around the washi tape. This was the first time that I ever did this, so it was a little learning curve, but I think I finally got the hang of it as I started to go along. And you just have to be careful not to press too hard or you end up cutting through your paper. And I just took the yellow and the orange and the red around what I drew and filled that in. And then after that, which you'll see here in a little bit, I didn't record all of this for you, but just giving you an idea of what I did. So once I took all the washi tape and got all of that down, I did go back with some Prismacolor pencils and kind of just added some shadows and made it all a little bit more cohesive. And you'll see that here in just a moment. But it was fun to do. It was different for me. It's not something that I would normally do, and it was nice. It was a nice break from my normal everyday crafting kind of stuff. So if you have a lot of washi tape laying around, this might be something you might be interested in doing. Just draw out a little sketch and take an X-Acto knife and cut around it. Like I said, just don't press too hard or you end up going through this very thin Tomo paper. So as you can see. And then here it is for the background. So once it was all done, I ended up using Distress ink, and I just covered that at the top to give me a little bit of blue. I added the New Year's Day sticker. So for me, this is all going to be journaling on the daily pages, which is why you will not see me really add a whole lot of stickers to anything. I did put no school, right, because her daycare's closed, so not that, I wouldn't remember that, but just in case. If you would like to see a flip through, let me know in the comments below, and I can come back after the week is over and kind of show you what I did end up doing with the week. And so I just added a few things on my mom's birthday. I just added mom to that on her birthday on Sunday. And that's pretty much it for how I set up my cousin. And I have the dolphin blue, and that's the cover that I put this in. So I'm going to go ahead and put that back into the cover and make sure that everything's good to go, and go ahead and grab all my stencils and put those in the book as well. The reason I really like putting it in the cover, especially the cover on cover 2, which is the clear plastic on top of the blue, is because I'm messy, as you can see, and it just helps me protect it. I got washi tape on the back of the book itself because I took it out to plan with it, but I really like the covers. And I just put the stripes on. I went ahead and put my stickers in here, and then I did one for the day and then one for the week, using the built-in bookmarks. And that is it for this. And now, as a sneak peek, I'm also going to show you a few of the other ones that I have. So these are some of the Recollections stamps that I have, and I'm sorry they're hard to see, but like I said, these you can get pretty inexpensively, especially if you use a 40% off coupon at Michael's. And then this is my alphabet maze, and I use this strictly just for art. That's all I'm going to use it for this year, I believe, at least right now. So that is, this first page is watercolor blocks. So you can see I've blocked out the watercolor, and then I've taken distress ink through a stencil and inked on top of that. And that's how I did that one. The second one is just distress ink through a stencil again, and then I went back around the edges and kind of, added more ink there. And this is also a stencil using distress ink. I really like the distress ink on this paper. It works out pretty well. There's the sketch of the sun. You really can't see it, that I did first in this before I did it in the other one. And again, the rest of it is just completely blank. So it's going to be my dedicated art journal. So I like that there's so many pages, and if I don't want to have to worry about the actual, what's in them, or even this yearly setup, I don't have to. I can literally just ink over it, play around, and if I like it, I can transfer it into my personal, and if I don't like it, then no harm, no foul, because this is just an art journal. The next little sneak peek I have for you is my A6 version. For this one, I am strictly just using it for Bible journaling, and I've done a little bit of stamping in it. The January was a stamp, and this is watercolor on the left, and then distress inks through stencil as well, and then I just put one of the first verses. At the top, I do have the reading plan. It's in pencil. It's really hard to see it, but that is what it's for. So again, thank you all for stopping by and sticking with me through the end, and I really appreciate it, and let me know what you would like to see. Talk to you later.